Hey everybody, hello, I'm Pat from Pat's Path Predictor, and welcome to another anniversary review. In this video, we're going to be going over the 2011 St. Louis tornado that hit Lambert International Airport. And with that being said, let's dive right into this anniversary review. Alright, so this is the 2011 St. Louis tornado, as you can see right here. On April 22nd, 2011, a violent EF4 tornado with winds of 170 miles per hour struck the St. Louis metropolitan area. The tornado, which was the strongest to hit the St. Louis County or city since 1967, moved through many suburbs and neighborhoods, damaging or destroying many homes or businesses. The worst damage was in the Bridgeton area, where a few homes were completely leveled. In its 21.3-mile track across St. Louis metropolitan area, which in an area that is populated as St. Louis, that's not good at all. That's very bad. I thought I'd just keep that in mind. The tornado damaged thousands of homes, left thousands without power, and caused heavy damage to the St. Louis Lambert International Airport, closing it for nearly 24 hours, which that is why tornadoes in such populated areas are not good. That is why. Because a lot of buildings can get damaged, people can lose power, and unfortunately in this case, the Lambert International Airport got hit. So, yeah. Now, before we dive into some of the tornado summary and all that stuff, we need to take a look at the SPC Archive from April 22nd, 2011. This was issued at 11:30 a.m. On that day. As you can see, there is a moderate risk for parts of Oklahoma, Arkansas, and southern Missouri. This is where St. Louis is, right here. So it wasn't even in the moderate risk, but it was close to it with this EF4 tornado. That's what I want to emphasize right here. So yeah, there's this moderate risk. The tornado threat was 10% in this area. In fact, I think it was 10% in St. Louis itself. So yeah, the wind threat was 30% throughout this entire area right here. From Oklahoma all the way to Ohio, there was a 30% risk. And the hail threat was the largest threat because there is a 45% hail threat with a hatched area, which means there is a 45% or 30% in this way in this graph of 2-inch hail or larger within 25 miles of a point. So, yeah, that was what it was, and it was 30% in St. Louis in that hatched area, which means there were 30%. Which means they were 30% possible to get 2-inch or more hail within 25 miles of a point. The wind was at 30% in St. Louis. The tornado threat was 10% in the city itself, but in some of the surrounding areas, it was 5%. So, yeah, I thought I'd talk about that. Tornado summary. The tornado initially touched down near Creve Coeur at 7:59 p.m., which that's not good right there. Creve Coeur, I believe, Creve Coeur is near the eastern part of St. Louis County. So, yeah, just for some context right there. And moved into Maryland Heights, where it produced EF3 damage, so I see it rapidly intensified. The tornado continued eastward and reached EF4 intensity in Bridgeton, where a number of homes were completely destroyed. Afterwards, the tornado traveled parallel to I-70 and struck Lambert International Airport, blowing out numerous windows and peeling away large sections of the roof, which that is enough damage to close Lambert for 24 hours. So, yeah, I'm not surprised they closed it, because if they're seeing damage like that, of course they're going to have to close it. They're going to have to do repairs. They're going to have to patch up the holes temporarily while they're rebuilding the roof for the long term. But still, yeah. The tornado then moved into the Berkeley neighborhood, where it continued to produce EF2 damage, tearing the roofs of several homes. The tornado continued on through several more neighborhoods, causing roof damage to a church and 2 businesses in Ferguson, one of which completely experienced total roof loss. The storm also produced extensive tree damage and some roof damage to homes, as well as partially removing a roof of an elementary school. Tornado had to have been quite tornadoes, in order to remove portions of schools which are built to be very sturdy, very stable. Like, the tornado has to be strong to do that. And it was around EF2 to EF3 damage when it did this. So seeing a roof off of a school is not exactly outlandish with strong tornadoes like these. So anyway, yeah, Damage along the entire section of the storm path was rated EF1 to low and EF2. Excuse me. The tornado continued to move towards the Mississippi River, resulting in mostly EF1 damage to trees. However, EF2 damage occurred in Delwood, where extensive tree and utility pole damage occurred, and 3 homes lost their roofs. EF2 damage continued as the tornado crossed into Illinois, where about 100 homes were damaged, 3 of which lost their roofs. Numerous trees were uprooted and snapped. The tornado hit the Lambert St. Louis International Airport, which is Missouri's largest, at about 8:10 p.m., which is about 11 minutes after this tornado touchdown. It touched down at Creve Court 7:59, and then it moved into St. Louis City. It moved into Lambert International Airport and it hit that. 3 aircraft were on the tarmac with passengers aboard. Numerous passengers and other people were in the airport's terminals. Concourse C had a large section of its roof torn off where the tornado struck. Many windows in the airport were blown out, and signs were damaged as well. I mean, I'm not surprised that many windows were blown out. If you are in a tornado in an airport, you do not want to be anywhere near the windows. Where you need to be is in the center of the in the centermost area of the airport, to keep as much walls away from you as possible. Like, the more walls away from you in the outside world, the better. And especially in an airport, you need to be in the centermost area of the airport in order to have the best chance of survival. Which I just wanted to give you a quick tip on that. Concourse C, okay. Many windows were blown, okay. Vehicles outside were tossed by the tornado, including a van which was partially pushed over the edge of a parking garage. Lambert Airport released surveillance footage of showing debris swirling inside the airport as people ran for cover. It was reported that an aircraft was moved away from the jetway by the storm, with passengers still on board, which, not gonna lie, that has to be a very scary experience right there. If you're on a plane and a tornado comes and moves your plane, that's gotta be a very scary feeling right there. That's a very scary feeling. I've never experienced that, and for me, it's honestly very hard to imagine. Imagine what it would be like if you're in a plane on the tarmac on the jetway, and just a tornado to come and just do all that. So, yeah, it's hard to really imagine that. Okay, one plane for Southwest Airlines was damaged when the wind pushed over a conveyor belt used for loading baggage onto it. American Airlines said 4 of its planes were damaged, 2 of them significantly. One was buffeted by 80-mile-per-hour crosswinds while taxiing from a landing when the tornado hit, and the other had possible damage to its landing gear. The tornado was rated EF2 when it struck the airport, which, I'm going to be honest, I am glad it was not an EF4 if it hit the airport. Like, if it was an EF4 and it hit Lambert Airport, the damage would have been exponentially worse. And it's kind of obvious because EF4 damage, if you're seeing an EF4 in your house, your house is pretty much destroyed at EF4 damage. And thankfully, EF4 damage aren't necessarily all that common, although the last big EF4 we had, which in my opinion is honestly an EF5, was the Mayfield tornado. So, yeah, I just thought I'd give some insight on that. The airport was closed by the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, at 8:54 p.m., which was about 55 minutes after the tornado touched down, and about 44 minutes after the tornado hit Lambert Airport, and it reopened at temporarily reduced capacity on April 23rd. It was expected to be at 70% capacity on April 24th. Other effects. More than 54,000 Ameren customers were left without power after the storm. More than 47,000 in Missouri and about 7,000 in Illinois. Now, I'm not surprised about this because the tornado did hit a quite populated area. It did hit St. Louis City, for Pete's sake. But yeah, by 5:40 a.m. on the 24th, 21,667 customers in Missouri and 131 in Illinois were still without power. On the 24th, the St. Louis Post-Dispatch reported more than 2,700 buildings were severely damaged in St. Louis County, including 900 in Bridgeton, 450 in Berkeley, and look at this, 1,170 in Maryland Heights. Another tornado also hit New Mel in St. Charles County, about 30 miles west of the airport. No deaths, thank God, were resulted from the tornado. Only 5 people were injured. Thank God, no one got killed in this tornado. I'm glad people took this seriously when they did. I'm glad they took it seriously. No deaths, even though this was an EF4 tornado. No one, thankfully, no one died. I just wish we'd see more of that in the future because just after seeing tragedies like what happened in Dallas in 2015, Mayfield, Lee County, those areas, all of which were EF4 or tornadoes, we saw deaths with them, and it's unfortunate for just hear that. And I just want to say thank God that the 2011 St. Louis tornado did not have any deaths. 5 people did get injured, which is unfortunate, but no one died, and that's essentially I would consider that a miracle. But I just wish we had more of those in the future. But with that being said, that is going to end this anniversary review. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It helps me out and helps me make more videos like these. It also lets me talk to more of the public about this stuff. Just tells them about tornadoes like these and the kind of power they have around them. The 2011 St. Louis tornado is quite memorable because it hit the airport, and it kind of amazes me that not more people don't know about this tornado. So I thought I'd make a video talking about it. But with that being said, have a wonderful day. Stay safe.